Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the ideal gas equation, part 2. Okay, ideal gas equation already we have discussed. So, what is ideal gas generally? Ideal gas is the gas which obeys all gas laws. Okay, if a gas obeys all the types of gas laws, that is called what? Ideal gas. Okay, if a gas is ideal gas, okay, other than ideal gas, what are they called? Real gases. Real gases, ideal gases. Ideal gases obey gas laws. Okay, and real gases do not obey gas laws. And the ideal gas is also called perfect gas. Ideal gas is also called what? Perfect gas. Perfect gas or ideal gas we say. Okay, ma. So ideal gas obeys what all types of gas laws such as what? Uh, Boyle's law, Charles law, okay, Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro's law, all these laws. Okay. So now already we have discussed about ideal gas equation. Okay. Now the density of an ideal gas. The density of a gas can be obtained from what? Ideal gas equation. By using ideal gas equation, we can derive the formula for density. Okay. So now here, ideal gas equation is given by what? PV is equal to nRT. P into V, pressure into volume, pressure of the gas into volume of the gas is equal to N, number of moles into R, universal gas constant. What is capital R here? Universal gas constant. And what is capital T here? Absolute temperature. Capital T is what? Absolute temperature in Kelvin. Kelvin temperature we have to say. So, what is the ideal gas equation? P into V, the product of pressure and volume. The product of pressure and volume of the gas is equal to N into R into T. So, N is what here? Number of moles. Okay, what is the number of moles formula? Number of moles is equal to given mass by gram molecular mass. Given mass by gram molecular mass. Otherwise, given weight by gram molecular weight. We say. So, number of moles of any gas is equal to what? Given weight by gram molecular weight. So, like that N value, number of moles we can take it. Number of moles formula. And R is universal gas constant. The universal gas constant values, numerical values we have discussed. In liter atmosphere, the R value is what? 0.0821. 0.0821 liter atmospheres. Okay, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. That is R value in what? Liter atmospheres. And R value in joules is what? 8.314 joules. 8.314 joules per mole per Kelvin. So that all values we have discussed. Once again, we will revise all the R values. And capital T is what? Kelvin temperature. If you are given temperature in centigrade temperature or Celsius scale, we have to convert the centigrade temperature into what? Kelvin temperature, absolute temperature. So what is the conversion factor here? So the given, suppose 25 degrees Celsius is the room temperature. So 25 degrees Celsius plus 273 will give 298 Kelvin. So like that we can convert centigrade temperature into Kelvin temperature. Okay. So this equation is what? PV is equal to nRT. Okay. Now from this equation, now number of moles formula what? N is equal to mass by molecular mass. Given mass by gram molecular mass is equal to what? Mass is given by small m and molecular mass is given by capital M. Capital M is molecular weight of gas and M is what? Mass of the gas, given mass of the gas. Okay. And now from that equation, PV is equal to what? nRT. PV is equal to nRT. From this, in place of N, number of moles, what we can write? Mass by gram molecular mass. Mass of the gas by gram molecular mass of the gas we can write. So PV is equal to nRT, that equals to, in place of N, what we can write? M by M, small m by capital M into RT. Now, now we can rearrange this one. P is equal to, P is equal to, okay? The V has been taken this side here. So V will come here in the denominator. So MRT by capital M V will become. Now here I have separated M by V, M by V and RT by this M, RT by M. So RT by M will be there. So MV by M by V, that is small m, mass by volume into RT by M. This mass by volume is called what? Density. What is mass to volume ratio? The ratio of mass to volume is called density. So the density of gas is equal to what? Mass of the gas divided by volume of the gas. So mass of the gas upon volume of the gas is called what? This ratio is called what? Density of gas. So the density of gas in place of m by v, what we can take? Density. So P is equal to in place of m by v, we have taken mass by volume, we have taken density. So in place of m by v, density is written. Then RT by m. Okay. From this, m is equal to what now? If you take m this side, P will come this side. M is equal to dRT by P. M is equal to dRT by P. M is what here? Molecular mass. Molecular mass of what? Gas. Molecular mass of the gas. Whatever the gas is taken, its molecular mass we can calculate. From ideal gas equation, what we can calculate? The molecular mass of the gas can be calculated. If you know the density of gas, temperature and pressure. Anyhow, R is constant here. R is what? Universal gas constant. For all gases, it has same value. So if you know density, temperature and pressure, mass of the gas we can calculate. Okay. So now here, the same thing. From same ideal gas equation, what we can also calculate? Density of gas can be calculated. So from this formula, D, density is equal to what? Density is equal to P into M. PM, so RT will come this side by RT. So PM by RT. PM by RT. So density of the gas is equal to what? P into M divided by R into T. So PM is what now? Pressure into mass, gram molecular mass. And R is what? Universal gas constant. Capital T is what? Kelvin temperature. So this way, density can be calculated from ideal gas equation and mass of the gas can be derived from ideal gas equation. Okay, so pressure of the gas, mass of the gas, gram molecular mass of the gas, and density of the gas. These three can be derived from ideal gas equation. Okay, so this is about what now? Derivation of density formula. Derivation of this density. So these two are important formula here. So density of the gas will be asked to calculate by giving pressure, mass, and temperature. Gram molecular mass and temperature. Anyhow, they mention CO2 gas in the question. In the question, CO2 gas, if you mention, what will be gram molecular mass of CO2? A Kaplan value 44 gram per mole. What is gram molecular mass of CO2? 44 gram per mole. That is the gram molecular weight of what? CO2. If you are given N2 gas, nitrogen gas, suppose in the question, what will be capital M? Then gram molecular mass, how much for the nitrogen gas? It is 28 gram per mole. 28 gram per mole. Like this, if you are given particular gas, capital M can be calculated, can be known. And R value is always constant for all the gases. What is the R value in liter atmosphere? It is 0.0821. 0.0821 is the R value. M is what? Gram molecular mass, we know. By taking the formula, molecular formula of the gas, capital M can be calculated, R can be calculated. So in all these expressions here, what will be constant for the given gas? For the given gas, mass will be constant, gram molecular mass will be constant, and R will be constant. R and mass both will be constant for the given particular gas. So for the particular gas, what we can take now here from this? Now, what and what will be constant? Mass and R will be constant. So dt by P. dt by P is equal to, from this equation, dt by P is equal to, R will be taken this side, M by R. Capital M by R. Okay, ma. So here M is constant for the given gas. Gram molecular mass is constant for the given gas. And capital R is what? Universal gas constant is constant for the given gas. So like this, dt by P is equal to M by R. M by R is equal to what now? Constant. M by R is equal to what? Constant. So like this, at D1, density, T1 temperature, P1 pressure if you take. Initial conditions if you take, D1, T1, P1, and final conditions if you take, D2, T2 and P2. D1, T1, P1 are what? Initial conditions. D2, T2, P2 are what? Final conditions. If you take initial and final conditions, suppose, okay, in that case, what we can equate? D1, T1 by P1 is equal to D2, T2 by P2. So what equation we can write here? For initial and final conditions of the same gas, for the same gas we have to take. So D1, T1 by P1 is equal to D2, T2 by P2. So at different pressures and different temperatures, the densities of gases can be compared. Initially what is density, finally what is density, we can compare. If you know P1, P2 value and P1, P2 values. Okay, so that is what the important relation to be understood from this. Okay, so this relation is important to understand. So it's about what now here, the derivation of density from ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. Is the concept clear to all? So density of gas, density of an ideal gas can be derived from ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation is given by PV is equal to nRT, and the number of moles small n is equal to given mass by gram molecular mass. That's why small m by capital M we have taken. And in PV is equal nRT formula, in place of n what we have taken, mass by molecular mass into RT. And from this P is equal to what? mRT by Vm. Small m RT by V into M. But M by V is what? M by V is what? Density. Mass by volume is density. So density RT by M. This way we have taken. So generally, the density of a gas, the density of a gas will be measured in what? Gram per liter, remember. Gram per liter we take generally. For a gas, the density will be measured in gram per liter or gram per ml. For gases, generally we use what? Gram per liter. Gram per liter, not gram per ml. Gram per ml we use generally for liquids. For liquids volume, what density what we can take? Gram per ml, mass by volume. Gram per ml we take. But for gases, generally we take gram per liter, remember. Okay, so it's about what now? Density of the given gas. Okay, I will send you the screenshot later. Okay, first listen the what here? PPT. Listen to the PPT. So all the ideal gas equation part 1 we have finished, right? So it is the ideal gas equation 2. So now here ideal gas equation is given by what? PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to nRT. And this equation is called what? Ideal gas equation. And R is called ideal gas constant. Ideal gas constant or universal gas constant we say. What we say? Universal gas constant or ideal gas constant we say. Next one, this equation is obeyed by isothermal and adiabatic processes. That means this equation will be obeyed, means followed by gases. At what conditions? Isothermal process and adiabatic process. Isothermal process and what? Adiabatic process. Isothermal process means temperature will be constant. Temperature will be constant. Iso means constant, suppose. Thermal means what? Temperature. Isothermal condition meaning what? Constant temperature condition. Okay. So when temperature is not changing from initial condition to final condition of the gas, if there is no change in temperature, that is called what? Isothermal process. And adiabatic process means in this, heat energy is not lost, heat energy is not going out of the system and going to the system. Means heat is neither absorbed nor emitted. The heat is nor absorbed nor emitted, not released. That is called what? Adiabatic process. So about this adiabatic process, you will study in thermodynamics. Okay, thermochemistry, thermodynamics. In that chapter, you will study about adiabatic process. But remember, for time being, that if you take the liquid, hot liquid in thermos flask, if you take hot liquid, hot milk or hot tea, it will remain constant for some time. That means what? Heat energy is neither lost nor gained from outside. That is called what? Adiabatic process, remember, keep in mind. And isothermal temperature. So ideal gas equation is obeyed by gases by which processes? Isothermal process and adiabatic process. And nature and values of R. Nature of the universal gas constant and the values of universal gas constant. From the ideal gas equation, R is equal to what? PV by NT. Because PV is equal to nRT, na? PV is equal to nRT. From that, R is equal to PV by NT. P is what here? Pressure. V is volume. N is number of moles. T is temperature, Kelvin temperature. And in place of pressure, what we can write? Pressure is equal to what by what? Force by area. Force by area is what here? Pressure. So in place of pressure, what we have written here? Force upon area. Force upon area is what? Now pressure. The force acting per unit area is called what? Pressure. So in place of pressure, we have written force by area into volume. And in the denominator, what is there? Mole temperature. Mole temperature. And also What are the units of volume here in what your length in terms of length? It is L cube. Na? Volume is what? L cube. Volume is length into length into length. That is L cube. And what is area here? L square. Area is what? L square. So L cube by L square, what now here? It is L square. Right now. So L cube by L square, that is L length. So force into length we got here. Force into length. Is it clear, ma? So here volume is measured, what you are measured in what? Meter cube, suppose. Meter cube, length cube. Here area is what? Meter square, that is length square. Square of the length. So cube of the length by square of the length is equal length. So force into length means force into displacement you can take here. Generally force into displacement is what? Work done. The work done W is equal to what? F into S. F is what? Force acting. S is what? Displacement. Displacement is measured in what? Length. Okay. Displacement is measured in the units of what? Length. That's why here force into length we take here. Force into length upon mole temperature. Force into length divided by mole temperature. Force into length means what? The work done. Work done by mole temperature. Okay. Now R is equal to what now here? Capital R is equal to capital R is equal to work done or energy. The work and energy both have same units now. Work and energy. So work units and energy units both will be same. So work or energy. Okay, work energy divided by mole temperature. In place of force into displacement, force into length, what we have taken? Work. The work done by the gas or work done on the gas. The work done on the gas. Otherwise, the work done by the gas. When gas is expanding, if you keep the plate, steel plate on the stove, means what? On the boiling water, on the boiling water vessel, if you keep one steel plate, the boiling water will be doing some work. The steam coming from the water is gaseous state. In gaseous state, na, that steam in the gaseous state will be exerting some pressure on this plate. This is called work done by the gas, work done by the steam gas. Okay, so like that, the work will be done by the gas, the work will be done on the gas. If you apply pressure on any gas, the pressure on the gas will be compressing the gas. That is called work done on the gas. Now, if pressure is applied on the gas, the volume decreases now. That is called work done on the gas. And what is work done by the gas? When gas is expanding on heating, it is called work done by the gas. So the work done by mole temperature we take. R is equal to work done by mole temperature. So R is expressed in the units of what? Work or energy per mole per Kelvin. Okay, so work units of energy or units of work, both same here. Units of work into mole inverse, Kelvin inverse will be the units of what? R. And R values are given in different units here. Like this, R is equal to what? 0.0821. R is equal to universal gas constant, ideal gas constant. Value is equal to what? 0.0821 in liter atmospheres. In which units it is? Liter atmospheres. In liter atmospheres, it is the value. R is equal to 0.0821. Okay, into liter atmosphere, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. Okay, and remember that 1 liter atmosphere, 1 liter atmosphere is equal to how much? How many Kelvin I told you? 1 liter atmosphere is equal to how many Kelvin? 101.3. Okay, 1 liter atmosphere is equal to what, ma? 101 joules to the round off here. 101.3. 101.3 joules here. Remember this point. So 101.3 what here? Joules is equal to 1 liter atmosphere. So in joules we can convert this one. Joules is what? The units of what? Energy. The units of energy here, joules. And here 1 liter atmosphere work done by the gas. The 1 liter atmosphere means liter is what? Volume. Unit of volume. ATM is what? Pressure volume. Pressure units. So units of pressure into units of volume. P into V. P into V. P is in ATM, L is in liters. If you take P into V in liter atmosphere, 1 liter atmosphere work done by the gas is equal to how many joules energy? 101.3 joules energy. 101.3 joules energy. So in place of liter atmosphere here, how much energy we can write? How many joules we can write? 101.3 joules we can write. So 101.3 joules into 0.0821. will be R value in what? Joules. Here. Now here R value is what in liter atmosphere? How much I told you? 0.0821, right? Now in place of liter atmosphere, how many joules we can write? How many joules? 1 liter atmosphere. 101.3. 101.3 joules is equal to 1 liter atmosphere work done by the gas. So this type of work done by the gas is called pressure into volume work done. Pressure into volume work done, we say. Pressure volume work done. Okay. So 1 liter atmosphere is equal to 101.3 joules, remember. And now we got R value as what now in joules? 8.3143 joules. Mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. So this part will be same for all the units. Mole inverse, Kelvin inverse will be same. So in joules, what will be R value? They ask. R value in joules, how much? R value in liter atmosphere, how much? They ask. And what is SI unit of R here? This one, 8.314 joules, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. Because joule is what? SI unit of energy or work. Okay. Next. Now 8.314 R value again. R value is also equal to 8.314 Newton meter. Newton meter. Here Newton meter by force into length we have taken. Force into length by mole temperature. Force into length by mole into temperature, we have one formula. So here force units what? SI unit of force is what? SI unit of force Newton. And SI unit of length is what? Meter. So Newton meter per mole per Kelvin means mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. So in Newton meters, what will be the value here? In Newton meters, what will be value? In Newton meters, it is 8.314. R is equal to what, ma? 8.314 Newton meters, mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. So this value also we have to remember. And the same R value is equal to 8.314 kilopascal here. Kilopascal into decimeter cube. Kilopascal into decimeter cube. So it is what? Units of pressure, kilopascal. And decimeter cube is the unit of volume here. Decimeter cube is equal to 1 liter. 1 decimeter cube volume is equal to what, ma? 1 liter volume. 1 decimeter cube gas means 1 liter gas. Okay. So 1 decimeter cube is equal to what here? 1 liter. So in decimeter cube we can take, and pressure we can take in kilopascal. Pascal is what? SI unit of pressure. So kilopascal, decimeter cube, mole inverse, Kelvin. It is common for all. Mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. And in megapascal, what will be R value? They ask you. Megapascal. Here kilo means how much? 10 power 3. Kilo means 1000. 1 kilogram sugar means 1000 grams sugar. 1 kilo indicates what? 1000. So here kilo indicates 1000 here. 1000 into Pascal. Kilopascal. Here mega. Mega means what? 1 million. Mega means what? 1 million. That is 10 power 6. 1 mega means what? 1 million. Mega star is equal to how many stars? 1 million stars. Like that. Okay. So here mega means what here? Mega is what? 10 power 6 into Pascal. Okay. Here centimeter cube we have taken. Centimeter, not decimeter cube here. Here kilopascal into decimeter cube. Here megapascal into centimeter cube. That is mole inverse, Kelvin inverse. All these conversion factors only. All these conversion factors, if you know one unit into another unit, we can easily calculate. Remember. And here sometimes dyne also will be asked in dynes. 1 Newton is equal to how many dynes? 10 power 5 dynes. 1 Newton is equal to 10 power 5 dyne. Into 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters? 100 centimeters. In place of meter, what we can write? 100 centimeters. In place of Newton, what we can write? 10 power 5. 10 power 5 dyne. 10 power 5 into 10 power 2. 10 power 7 dyne centimeter we can write. 10 power 7 dyne centimeter we can write. So in this way, what we have to understand is that 8.314 Newton meter, 8.314 kilopascal, 8.314 megapascal into centimeter cube here, but here kilopascal into decimeter cube. The difference we have to understand. And also in electron volt is the unit of what? Electrical work done. Electrical work done or energy. Energy units what? Electron volt. Now here 1 electron volt is equal to how many joules also we have to remember. So 1 electron volt is equal to how many joules? 1.602. 1.602 1.602 into 10 power minus 19. Okay, 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joules. So 1 electron volt is equal to how many joules, ma? 1.602 into 10 power minus 9 joules. This point we have to remember. So 1 electron volt is equal to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joules. So here joules already we have now 8.314 joules we have. So 8.314 joules we have to convert into what? Electron volts. Electron volts. So 1 electron volt is equal to these many joules. So these many joules equal to 1 electron volt now. Then 8.314 joules. If 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joules equals to 1 electron volt, then okay, 8.314 joules equals to how many electron volts? That way we get this value. In electron volt we can convert. Got concept here? Did you all get the concept? 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joules is equal to 1 electron volt. Then 8.314 joules is equal to how many electron volts? That will be this answer. So 5.189 into 10 power 19 electron volt into mole inverse Kelvin inverse. We have taken. Okay. So these all you cannot remember. You cannot by heart all these things. You have to convert from one unit to other unit. That's all. Already 8.314 joules is important. So this value you must remember, very important. And this value remember. These two numerical values are very important to you to use in problems. But mostly what now here we use these two only. Remaining also we are getting by converting one unit into the other unit. That's all. That is the concept. Okay, ma? So here, what is the value in electron volt? Electron volt 5.189 into 10 power 19 electron volt mole inverse Kelvin inverse. So this point we have to understand. Next, R value is equal to 2 calories. How many calories it is? 1.99 means we can round off to 2. So 1.98, otherwise 1.99 calories mole inverse Kelvin inverse. So in calories, what will be R value? They ask you. In calories, what will be the R value? Again here it is also we got from what? Conversion factor only. We know 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. So 1 calorie is equal to how many joules, ma? 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joules. Okay. So 1 calorie is equal to 4.2. 4.2 means 4.18. 4.18 means we can take what? 4.2 joules. So here 4.2 joules equals to what? 1 calorie, right? Then 8.314 joules equals to how many calories? 4.2 joules equals to 1 calorie. Then 8.314 joules equals to how many calories? Then we get 1.99 calories mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Okay. And now this value they may also ask you in erg. Joule, we know joule is SI unit of energy. And what is CGS unit of energy? Erg. So 1 joule equals to how many ergs? 1 joule equals to how many ergs? 10 power 7 ergs. 1 joule equals to 10 power 7 ergs. 1 Newton is equal to 10 power 5 dynes. So this way the units of what R value. R is very important concept here. So universal gas constant values you must remember without any confusion. Is that clear? And the gas constant R. Okay. So for single molecule, now we have taken for mole. For 1 mole we have taken. For 1 mole we have taken, but now we are taking for single molecule. 1 mole of gas occupies how many, contains how many molecules? 1 mole contains how many molecules? 6.023 into 10 power 23 molecules. 1 mole contains what? 6.023 into 10 power 23 molecules in it. So for 1 mole of gas, R value in joules, how much? For 1 mole of gas, 8.314 joules. Or 8.314 joules, in place of joules, we can take 10 power 7 ergs. We can take. That is for 1 mole molecules, means 6.023 into 10 power 23 molecules. But now here we are calculating R value for a single molecule. For a single molecule. Then we have to take what now here? So this gas constant R, universal gas constant R, for a single molecule is called Boltzmann constant, K. Boltzmann scientist term. So Boltzmann constant K is equal to the R value per single molecule. Okay, so that will be obtained by R divided by Avogadro number. Avogadro number how much? Na you take. Na means for Avogadro number. So Avogadro number value how much? 6.023 into 10 power 23. So R value how much in erg? 8.314. 8.314 into 10 power 7 ergs. Because 1 joule equals to how many ergs? 10 power 7. So mole inverse, degree inverse means Kelvin inverse. And here, what is Avogadro number? 6.023 into 10 power 23. Then we get value what? 1.38 into 10 power minus 16 ergs. Okay, if you want to write in joules, 1 erg is equal to how many joules? 10 power minus 7 joules. 1 joule equals to 10 power 7 ergs, but 1 erg is equal to 10 power minus 7 joules. So in place of this one, what we write? 10 power minus 7 we write into 10 power minus 7 joules. So 10 power minus 16 into 10 power minus 7 joules. Then we get what? 10 power minus 23 joules. So 1.38 into 10 power minus 23 joules. Mole inverse, Kelvin inverse, degree inverse. Okay. So this way we have to understand the units of what are. The very important concept of what is this gaseous state. Okay. Bye. Good day. Bye. See you.